Greetings and welcome to Rudy Eats. Today we have a new offering from M&ms, and it's not themed on any particular holiday, which is odd because it seems everything they do has a tie-in of one type or another. But I had heard of these coming out, and I didn't actually know they were so close to us, but apparently they are because I have them in my hot little hands. They're M&ms Mega, and they're 3 times the chocolate. They're basically extra big M&ms, more chocolate, and that's basically all it says. They really just kind of gave up. They're like, it's bigger. That's it. When I saw these advertised, did I see them advertised? I think I read an article. Well, I read the majority of an article. I was expecting them to be big, like pillow-sized giant, but maybe that was just hyperbole. But anywho, they are, I won't say extremely large, they're very large. They look like the Hershey's, like when you get the bag and they have the drops. Yes, that's what it is. The Hershey's chocolate drops. And it's like the bag, and it's got the little pieces of Hershey in there, and this is like about the size and shape. I think they're just reusing the same molds now that I think about it. But anyways, these are M&M, which means they win. So they have all your favorite colors, except for tan, because tan doesn't exist anymore. It's a little bit of trivia. What color M&M was discontinued to make room for blue? The answer is tan. So I'm going to taste it. It's an M&M. It has that familiar chocolate flavor that the M&Ms have, and that candy shell flavor that the M&M has, which gives you kind of that mixing. That gives you that overall experience. But personally, I like the tactile sensation of throwing a handful of tiny M&Ms in my mouth as opposed to a couple large ones. That's just me. But, you know, I spent my entire life eating fistfuls of things, so it's just kind of the way my brain is morphed. But one thing I will bring up, and most candies that produce a giant size, novelty or otherwise, suffer from the same problem, and that is one of volume. Now, you may not remember this from geometry, but as the surface area of an object increases, the volume of it increases at a much faster rate. So even though you may be getting twice as much shell, you're going to end up with 3 times as much chocolate, I think. So, not necessarily, I know, you might want to get all mathematical on me and actually calculate the volume of an M&M. But this is a problem I had when a few years ago they released the gigantic Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I mean, seriously, they're as big as your hand. And I thought, oh my gosh, what could be possibly better than a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup the size of your fist? And so, of course, I bought it. I'm not going to buy a gigantic peanut butter. I'm not going to not buy a gigantic peanut butter cup. But aside from the novelty of it, the overall experience wasn't as good because even though the proportions were the same, the volume of it was different in proportion to the surface area, which means the chocolate to peanut butter ratio was off. See, if the peanut butter cup was perfect, when you enlarge it, it throws the ratio off. Just like the chocolate to shell ratio of the M&M is off in these larger M&Ms. Which is not to say that they're bad. I mean, it's pretty much just big M&Ms. But it explains why I don't really prefer the bigger ones. So, for those reasons, I would not eat these given a choice of the normal sized, because these are the hideously deformed offspring of the normal M&Ms. You know, nobody wants that.